I wanted to share this vision that the Lord shared with me, and I believe that this time of the year, this kind of message is very needed, very important, and it is a reminder to remind us that we need to pay attention to the things that are happening around us and in our lives. When you walk in the Spirit, you see things in the Spirit. When you walk in the flesh, you only see things in the flesh. The same as the message that I've said on my social media platforms about Halloween. When we're walking in the flesh, we only see fun and games and Halloween costumes. But when you walk in the Spirit, you see beyond that. You see the kingdom of darkness, you see rituals, you see everything that comes with that. And today I just wanted to share this vision that the Lord had given me during prayer and worship. And I saw this like Olympic running over these hurdles down this running track. And what he was reminded me, which now I understand after what I've been through, is that the enemy is going to place hurdles in your path. And it's our job to walk in the Spirit and see the things of the Spirit to understand what the enemy is doing. My recent experience is I have been focusing on quite a lot of things that I feel led to focus on because I feel like the Lord is calling me to focus on them. And the enemy has been trying to distract me by putting things in my path to focus on and magnify them and see them as a problem. And when Satan cannot affect you mentally and exhaust you mentally, he will exhaust you physically. So if you're feeling exhausted right now, it's because the enemy is exhausting you. My reminder is to focus on very little and focus on all that God is telling you to focus on. If God is telling you to focus on your health, your business, your job, your home, focus on that. The enemy is trying to burn you out. And when he burns you out, mental health comes with that. Because if the enemy is giving you a list of things to focus on and see them as a problem, he's convincing you that you should be worried, you should be fearful, you should have anxiety. Because when we have a long to-do list that surpasses all that we can maintain, we become burnt out, we become exhausted, we become mentally drained. And these are the hurdles that the Lord has shown me. We need to understand that everything that is exhausting us is not come from God. God takes our burdens, and if he's telling us to do something, he's not going to give us something to do to burn us out. The main prize should be what God is calling you to focus on. The main prize should be Jesus. And this is what the enemy does. This time of year, he is trying to burn you out. Come New Year, you're going to be exhausted, your mental health is going to be low, and that is because the enemy has got you in a chokehold. When Satan cannot attack you, he has no authority over your life. When you allow the attacks of Satan, he has all the authority over your life. This message is crucial for this time of year. Festive season, everyone is always saying that they're struggling financially. You know, they need to buy this for this person, buy that for that person, fulfill their children's needs. Yes, for the little ones, it's okay because they don't really know much right now. But for the older ones, the older generation, you need to stop telling yourself that you need to do this and you need to do that. The enemy is trying to take your eyes off the Lord and focus on all that God is telling you to focus on. The enemy will do anything to burn you out. And like I said, if he cannot not do it mentally, he will do it physically. And when you're physically burnt out, you end up mentally burnt out. So if he's not winning, telling you certain things mentally, like making you doubt yourself and doubt what you're supposed to be doing, and doubt whether you can afford something, and doubt whether Christmas is going to be a happy one this year. If you know that because you've got your positive mindset on, and you know that Christmas is going to be great this year, you know that you can achieve all your goals on your to-do list, he is not winning, and he knows that. So what he's going to do is put a hurdle in front of you, like an obstacle course, and he's going to make you drained by physically draining you. So he's going to make you focus on things that you should not be focusing on, to take your eyes off the Lord, to physically drain you. And when you're physically drained, you're going to be mentally drained. And when you're mentally drained, your mental health is deteriorated. And that's when anxiety kicks in, depression kicks in, and you start going down this spiral rabbit hole of bad mental health. Why do you think the population ends up mentally not okay during the beginning of the year? We should be going into the new year happy, excited, ready for all the things that God is telling us to do and all the things that the Lord is calling us to do. But we don't do that because the enemy has absolutely exhausted us and made us believe that our priorities should be materialistic things. They should be achieving certain things. If you cannot sustain an image, just don't do it. When you know who you are in Jesus, you don't have anything to prove. The problem is today, people are trying to keep up with the Kardashians without the Kardashian money. And this is where exhaustion kicks in. This time of year, like I said, you're focusing on sustaining and maintaining a lifestyle that you can't obtain. There's no point, you're exhausting yourself, and this is what the enemy is doing. He is distracting you from what the Lord is calling you to do. In my instance, the Lord is calling me to focus on business, so all my money is going into business. I am not worried about Christmas presents and Christmas because we're forgetting what the main purpose of Christmas is. And one message that was preached in church this Sunday was a reminder that the main prize is Jesus. The main present is Jesus. And the sooner we understand that, the better our lives are going to be. Don't let the enemy burn you out, and remember to focus on the real prize.